All right, guys, welcome back to the Giant and the Jet podcast, episode number 37. It is January 14th. We have the college football playoff final coming up, as well as wild card weekend wrapping up. Some great slate of football games. We have a very special guest, Xavier,
Yo,
former TC athlete, now college football player, uh, Mike's buddy. So, Mike, you want to welcome him in?
as long as I'm not lagging, let me always stop me if I sound bad. Yeah, X was a TC great. Probably be in the TC Hall of Fame one day. We wanted the college football guy on, so he played for Louisville. I believe he just transferred to East Tennessee. So my first question is, why the transfer?
I felt like I felt like I wasn't getting the play time that I wanted there, so I had to take a different route.
Okay. Um, I mean, that's probably the key reason for most people, right? Uh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really want to dive into because I feel like no one really knows what's going on in the transfer portal. Like, can you give us, you don't have to share everything, but like, as a player, what is that like? Like, do you have to contact coaches? Do coaches contact you? Like, what is the in-depth, as much as you can give us, of experience of actually going in the transfer portal?
So first, I want to say, like, if you really like want to decide if you want to go to the transfer portal, it's got to be a for sure decision because essentially you're giving up your scholarship, like for another school, from the school you're at to go to another school, right? So you want to like really make sure you know that you're in a good position to transfer before you do it. And being in it is kind of stressful because like as somebody who was just in the transfer portal myself, you hear all these different things from different coaches saying, like, okay, like you have this situation here, it's a good situation, but you also got another good situation at another school. So and it's not like high school recruiting where you had all the time in the world. Like when you were getting ready to go to your junior year, senior year, you got what, three schools you want to choose from. You got all the time in the world to make that type of decision. With the transfer portal, it's only 2 weeks from now.
Mm.
You only got 2 weeks, so you have to like really know like where you're trying to go. So I feel like at the end of the day, it's a scary process. It's a risky process, but if it like to me, it just comes down to like if you're willing to take that risk and if you know you can take that risk, if you put yourself in position to do that.
Are coaches allowed to
This
talk?
is
Go ahead, Bob.
So I have like no college. I mean, I went to college, but I have like no experience as an athlete, obviously. So like, let's say you didn't want to go to Louisville anymore. You want to go in the transfer portal. Do you have to like declare it? Like you tell the coach at Louisville, like, hey, I'm out, and then all of a sudden your name gets posted on like an actual portal where teams can contact you and stuff like that, or like what's the background of it? Like, when you say you want to join the
Well,
portal.
you was on the right track. That's part of the process. You have to let your coach know that you're not going to be there anymore. You have to let your coach know that you're not going to be there anymore because, oh, okay, we go, we go. We have to let your coach know that you're not going to be there anymore because he like coaches have to plan for guys to be back. So you have to really like tell your coach that and just be straight up with him while you're transferring. I mean, most coaches are going to understand it's college football now these days, and then you have to officially, like, you have to go through a process like through the NCAA. You have to ask your compliance office if you have to give a form, and then you have to turn that form in until you can officially put your name in the portal. They'll send you an email with a confirmation on it saying that you're officially in the portal. So that's how it goes.
And then once you're in the portal, like teams will start contacting you, or you have to
Yeah,
just tell
yeah, yeah.
them,
Not
okay.
yeah. Then when you're officially in the portal, like let's say you posted on Twitter, you'll probably get, like, for me, like for example, I had like 30 coaches follow me as soon as I hit the portal. So that's when they'll really start to contact you.
Okay, but you said you kind of want
What
to leave with like security, so coaches are not allowed to give you any security. Coaches are not allowed to contact you before you enter the portal.
Nah, nah, not necessarily. Nah, they're not. They're
Okay.
not.
So it's a risk. You got to put
Yeah,
yourself out there, and then you got to just hope to God that you're valuable.
yeah. But for some guys, like if they know you're valuable, like let's say like my running back, for example, who was gonna enter the portal, but he stayed. You know, Like a guy like him who's played at Louisville for 2 years, had back-to-back 1,000 yard seasons. A guy like that knows he's valuable, so he can go wherever he wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So
I feel like is there, I mean, I don't, I'd really, this is not about you. I'm just so curious about all of this. Is there like a comment? Because it's kind of like you guys are like full blown adults with full blown jobs where like at a real job, I can just go up to my boss and be like, I think I deserve more money. Like when it comes to like that running back, and I don't want to get personal, but like, does he be like, I'm of this value and I want to get paid more in NIL?
not see guys like him. He humble. He about his work.
But like,
So he's
just like
he's
anyone out there though, like, could you do that? Just be like, I want X more, and I want,
you could you could if you wanted to, but depending on what you did that past season is going to determine how that works out for you.
yeah. Um, Bob, do you have a question, or I don't want to, I don't want
Yeah.
to. That's too many.
So you went to like you initially committed to a big program in Louisville. Going from high school into that big big scene, D1 school, big program. What like would you give advice to someone who was in the same shoes that you were in without, you have that experience now. What would you tell someone who's in the same spot that you were in when you committed to Louisville?
I would say just like whatever you do, just go down, like keep your head down and keep working. Like don't get into don't get into the business side of football. Just focus on what you can do and what you can control.
Bust ass in the gym, bust ass on the field, all that.
Everything will work out for you.
Craziest, I mean, that's pretty much all my serious questions. I guess we have one more. What's something fans don't really understand about playing Division I football? Like maybe something that's like a little harder than like what is like what would the average person like not know? Like how much maybe how much work you put into it? I don't really like what is something like fans don't understand about actually playing Division I football?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad you asked that. Fans don't realize that like we humans too. Like I done heard the like craziest stuff come out of fans' mouth being at games and like being on the sideline. I done heard crazy things said about like people, and it's like, bruh, we human too. So like, if someone's talking trash to me on the field and they say something about my peoples, and I don't even know you, like I'm liable to crash out at that point.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's like, bro, I don't know you saying wild stuff about my people. Like we people too. We got emotions too, just like everybody. So I feel like I feel like that's one thing people don't like they don't understand, and they really don't. And another thing people don't understand is like it's not what you think. Like people can't just walk in here and do. There's a reason why you have to have a different mindset for football. Like getting up every day, 5 o'clock in the morning. You got to be in the weight room before workout starts 6 o'clock. You got to be in there 5 minutes early. Like people don't know. Like that takes a lot of that takes a lot of discipline that a lot of people don't have. So they wouldn't really understand that.
Yeah. When people Ooh, I don't want to talk about our current football team, but when people are like, "Oh, I'm going to go play Power Four. I'm going to be a football player, Power Four." I'm like, "Yeah. Do you know what that entails?" I mean, besides having just the physical gifts, like the work ethic, the mind you have to have to go.
The toll it takes on you mentally, like people don't take that into account. Like they don't think about that stuff when they decide to like go on the internet and slander somebody.
Yeah.
Especially with the sports betting now too, it's probably only worse.
You know
Where
what
you
yeah,
lo- they try and claim someone lost them their bet. It's like they're trying their hardest out there. It's
I,
not their
I,
fault that you
I,
bet on
I
them.
promise you, they don't care. We don't care.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
we do not care, bro. We don't care about your parlays. We don't care about Mr. Tackle. If you would have won $500, I missed your tackle. I don't care. I'm trying to play ball. Like
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
nobody worry about that.
That's funny. Bob, you want to start with the fun questions? I know you have your first one.
Yeah. All right. So I'm a big NCAA football video game guy. So I'm
Okay.
curious, as a college football player, do you play at all?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just got off NCAA like
Oh yeah.
before I got on the podcast with y'all.
What's your favorite game mode?
I play Ultimate Team a lot. I ain't
Ultimate
gonna
Team.
lie. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a big Dynasty guy. I like
I,
I usually take over.
I play Dynasty too.
Yeah.
My friends back from high school, we got a little Dynasty going.
Okay. Yeah, I
Mhm.
I like taking like a I usually pick FAU because they're like kind of like a lower level team, and then in like 2 or 3 years I try and win a national championship, get like
That's
5
how
star recruits, all that shit. It's fun.
that's how you got to do it. You got to start with the
Yeah.
lower. You got to start with the lower level teams, and then you build your team from the ground up like that.
Yep. Absolutely. What's your team?
Right now I got Virginia, but
Okay. Oh, I was
they was only like 2 stars though, which was
yeah.
crazy. But
I started one with Virginia as well. It's
yeah,
fun.
yeah, Virginia's nice now.
Yeah.
X was like one of the coolest moments ever when you're in the video game.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
That was sick.
when I found out, it was like, and I didn't know if I was gonna be in it this year, but they added me late on the update. So like when my brother showed me that, I said, "Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like that's fine."
You play as
You
yourself.
got your own card?
I do be playing as myself on the game.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
sick.
That's
Oh,
like
bro,
that's absolutely bonkers.
it's crazy to even think about.
So I had a question. So you're in the ACC. Uh, SEC hasn't had a national champion. They haven't been in the national championship game for 3 years. Like being an ACC guy, or previously an ACC guy, do you see like everyone now is like perfectly equal? Where I feel like 10 years ago, the SEC had like an advantage. Like, is the SEC falling off or is everyone just equal now?
Everyone's just equal now. You know, with this, especially with the transfer portal, you know, like you a few key pieces away from being equal, like to a team, like well, for example, our team at Louisville this past season could have played with anybody in the country,
You beat them.
like on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, we match up with anybody in the country on paper. So it's like, you know, you can't really that does a lot for your mindset too, because you can't really take anybody lightly. Like any given Saturday, somebody like as USF, like you remember when USF had that close game against Bama last year. Anybody like USF could come in and beat you, and they got some SEC. They got some guys I was in the SEC on their team. You know what I'm saying? So like it's never an easy win. You got to go out. You got to go out there and earn it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What's the last like environment you've played in? I haven't looked at Louisville's schedule honestly, but at your away games, what was like the toughest crowd that you heard?
Away games. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really go to too many away games.
Okay.
The way games was too the way games was they had smooth crowds though. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
But I'll tell you the like loudest environment I've been in was the Miami game when we played Cam Ward. When
Can
we played Cam
imagine.
when we played Cam Ward, but like everybody we was coming off a loss against SMU that past week too. So we was everybody wanted us to win that game, and it was a shootout too. We ended up losing by a touchdown.
Yeah, I remember. Last question about yourself, and then we'll talk about college football, then NFL. I wrote here, time flies. You'll be out of college soon. What is next? And will you come back and work for me? Be my assistant.
Hey, if it ever comes down to it, I know I'm most likely gonna have a call from you. But what's next for me? I'm trying to get to the league, and if that don't work out or football end after college, then I'll work my way to becoming a broadcaster, doing podcasts as well, and then eventually becoming a coach.
Okay. Or an athletic.
I might come back. I might come back and coach for TC.
Listen, we'll hire you in a second. Um,
What's your degree in? Where you going to school for?
Communications and monitoring business.
Okay, nice.
Mhm.
okay, we're moving on to I don't know why. Okay. National championship is Monday. I feel like you're the expert because you literally played Miami this year. You beat Miami this year, which is really cool. Louisville. Who do you got winning this game and why?
Hmm. Sheesh. Low key, low key, I like Indiana to win.
Okay.
But the reason I say that is because Indiana got just as good as a defense Miami does, and they have a way better offense.
Okay.
I feel like Miami will like. I feel like Miami's offense will not keep up with Indiana's offense. Like if it's a defensive game, cool. I like Indiana win that defensive battle. If it's an offensive game, still Indiana is gonna win that battle. I don't think like Miami has the firepower to match Indiana.
Okay. I mean, Indiana's the
I
favorite.
agree with you.
If you were to try to say it by how many, if you were to make a final score prediction, what would it be?
At least final score. Let me do this. If it's a high scoring game, 42-28. If it's a low scoring game, 28-14.
Okay, so
Indiana.
14. 14. You're saying it's a 14-point game.
Yeah, that's two scores though.
Bob, what do you think?
I think Indiana's gonna win as well. I'll say 31, 17, 14 points as well.
I'm gonna say something crazy here. I think Miami might win this game. I
Why?
I just watching them, I think they have this. Did you watch their offensive line? It is massive. If Miami had just ran the ball instead of throwing it, I think they would have won that last game by like 3 touchdowns. Ole Miss couldn't stop them. I'm gonna go Miami.
But
I'm
Indy,
gonna go-
but I,
Indiana's different,
okay.
man.
Indiana has the D line and the scheme to go against. Okay, so this probably gonna go too deep into football, but with Miami, you have to make them big boys pull. You have to throw them in. You have to make them run gap schemes. If they have to run gap schemes, they're big. So it's gonna be hard for big boys to get around and pull. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta run odd fronts. You gotta mix it up. You gotta stunt. You got like it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff you can do to stop Miami's run game.
Great.
I know because we did it. We held Mark Fletcher to under 20 yards. Look it up.
All right. Well, then I'll go Indiana. Uh, right? You got me. Um,
Miami's got the Jets future guy in their D line. That guy Baines. That's who
Nah,
everyone's
nah, I
saying
ain't
the
gonna lie.
Jets are gonna.
Bang cold.
Yeah,
But the thing is, if people like the real Floridians know that Ruben Bang cold. He had 30 sacks. He had 30 sacks in high school
that's correct. In one season or his career.
in one season, and
Oh
I don't
my.
even think I don't even think he played the whole season. You know, high school games don't even be that many games for real.
Yeah,
It's
it's
way
like
shorter
10
than the
games.
college season.
X, what high school did he go to?
He he had 30 sacks. He went to Miami Central.
Okay.
He was in Lou's class.
Bob, Miami Central's like ridiculous. So yep, I got that.
That whole area is just like Broward and Miami. I feel like is just a football breeding
There's
ground.
more.
Like they just
There's more
Nah,
talent.
that's facts. Nah, that's facts.
There's more talent
All right.
Fort Lauderdale to Miami than probably like
all of New York.
45 other states combined. Like
Yeah.
it's absolutely ridiculous down there.
You forgot the other four. What the other four at? You got the other four states.
Well, I'm gonna
Miami, like down south alone probably has more better athletes than every state in America, and that's not even talking about Southwest, Southeast, Central, North Florida. Like
Yep.
I'm telling you,
Florida's on.
Florida got the best. Florida got the best football.
Yep, I agree. All right, we're gonna move on to NFL takes. So obviously we're all NFL guys. It's mainly an NFL podcast. Basically, I'm going to say the game. You guys tell me who wins and why. We'll start with Bobby, then my pick, and then X. You'll go last. Everyone got it?
All right.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
So Bills at Broncos. Bob, I know you hate the Broncos. Who do you have winning this game and why?
I have the Bills 30-20. I've talked about it all year. I think the Broncos are fraudulent. Bo Nix average quarterback maybe at best. I think the Bills have a bigger O line, and I think they're going to be able to run the ball a lot better than they did against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, I didn't realize was the number one rushing defense on the season, and they really shut down James Cook. I don't think that happens again. Cook over 100 yards. And when it comes to Bo Nix versus Josh Allen, I'm taking Josh Allen every time. So that's my prediction for that one.
I'm going Bills as well, just because I think this Broncos team is the most weak one seed I've ever seen in my life. Um, that stadium will be rocking, but I also think it's a day game. I think it's the first Saturday game at 4:30. So it won't be at night, but I just got Bills. I don't believe in Bo Nix. So,
Uh, I'm gonna go Broncos.
ooh,
Okay.
I'm gonna go Broncos. I feel like that pass rush is gonna give the Bills some problems that they ain't really had to deal with all season. So I'm gonna go Broncos. And like I feel like Bo Nix is a decent quarterback, but if he can manage the game and not force anything, not force passes, put throw passes on time, I feel like Sean Payton is gonna do what he got to do to get Bo Nix comfortable in the game and get him in the flow.
okay. You
If you're the
guys,
Broncos going into this game, do you want the ball first? So let's say you win the coin toss. You want Josh Allen to have it first? You want to take it?
Nah. We gotta get that ball. We gotta get that pill going. You gotta give Josh Allen the least amount of time to score
Yep.
as possible.
can you
And if
guys
you,
hear me or see me?
Yeah, you're a
yeah,
little better now.
Okay. Okay. We differ. 49ers at Seattle. Bob?
I got Seattle 27-17. I think that we're going to get kind of a replication of what we saw to Seattle's defense the last week of the season when they held the 49ers at 3 points. No Kittle is going to, I think, have a bigger impact on that 49ers offense than actually, I'm sure everyone will realize that, but I think him being out is going to be big. And I think that the 49ers defense is kind of bad. The Eagles really didn't take advantage of how bad that they are, and I think Seattle will. So I'm taking Seattle.
All right. Before I talk, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Seattle too. I think last week was the 49ers Super Bowl. I think they hate the Eagles. I think there's been like a rivalry the past 8 years with them. I have never seen a playoff team this injured. I mean, they're missing like 8 starters. George Kittle's out. So I'm gonna go Seattle at home. I think this will be the third time they play each other. So the schemes might. I just heard a goal. I just heard Max. Max is doing the game X. He's screaming. He just said holy to
okay.
just said holy Toledo.
Oh.
Toledo.
So I go Seattle. X, who you got?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I got Seattle, but I got Seattle winning 27-24 because
Close game.
I, yeah, very close game. Because even though the 49ers do have some injuries that's holding them back, Brock Purdy has been playing out of his mind. They're like down the stretch of the season, he threw for 10 touchdowns in 2 weeks. So I feel like Brock Purdy's gonna give everything he got. I feel well a big hit to them was George Kittle going down last week, but. I feel like with Kittle down, that gives other guys to step up, and other guys that have been stepping up. But I don't think it's going to be enough against the way that Seattle has been playing.
I think
And Sam Darnold.
the only way the 49ers win is if Christian McCaffrey has like quite literally a 250, 300 scrimmage yard game.
That can happen. That could probably happen because you know who calling the plays over there.
Yep. It could.
They'll kill him on the field if it means they win.
Yeah,
They'll run him into the ground.
yeah, do something.
Something. Okay, I think this might be the game of the week, guys.
I agree.
Texans, Patriots. Bob,
Mm,
what do you think?
mm.
I had the same exact thing. I think this is the toughest matchup to pick. Cold weather. They're going to New England. I think that actually favors the Texans, who rely on their pass defense. But I'm going to take the Patriots. Their defense is flying around. Like I really don't know a lot of their guys in their defense. They got Christian Gonzalez. But outside of that, I really can't name a lot of other guys. But I think they just match up well with the Texans offense, they're probably gonna be missing Nico Collins, and just going from playing Rodgers to May, I think is gonna be kind of a wake up call for that Texans defense. So I have the Patriots 21-17, close game, probably comes down to the wire.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna go Texans. The Texans defense like it's the first time since the Legion of Boom where it looks like they're every tackle, it looks like they're hurting people. Like it looks like when I watch them tackle and like every tackle they're driving their like player into the ground, I go, that looks like it hurts. Like I think they're I think I'll just go Texans. I think I don't know. I don't think Drake May's there yet. Could be wrong.
Mm, I'm not gonna lie. I got the Texans. That pass rush. It's not it's and when you really dive in and really watch the Texans play, it's no scheme. It's no crazy scheme. They're playing base coverage behind. That front four is gonna kick a lot. The front four is just gonna kick those like kick they ass. Like they just gonna go crazy. Like it's not just Will Anderson. It's not just the little hunter. It's all four. It's all four pass rushers in there working together collectively. That's very important. And as a D line myself, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Line you up, four man front. You know the pass rush is coming. Stop it.
You kind of remind me of the Giants in '07. Like, how did we beat Tom Brady? We didn't blitz. Like we just had
I
full
wasn't.
and then
I was only 2 years old around that time, so I can't even agree with you on that. I didn't even see that game.
the age that was aging that aged us, Bob.
Oh yeah.
That aged us. Okay. Um, last game, great game up in Chicago. Rams at Bears. Bob.
Rams got to go up to the cold. I think that's going to be tough for them, honestly, but they've been my Super Bowl pick since like November. I think they're going to play a bit better of a defensive game than they did against the Panthers. That was kind of a shocker. They let up, what, 31 points. I think they hold Caleb Williams down a little more than they were able to for Bryce Young. I have the Rams 28-20.
Okay. Um, I think people are forgetting that Matthew Stafford played in the NFC North for like 15 years. He is completely, you know, I think he's completely fine going up to Soldier Field and playing in Green Bay and all that stuff. And so I don't think he's going to have a problem. I think the Rams defense is ferocious. So I'm going to go Rams. I think the Bears have had a nice run, but I don't think they can. I don't think they can outscore the Rams. I think the Rams are going to ease. I think the Rams on a bad day is going to put up 21 points. And I don't know if Caleb Williams will score 30 versus the Rams in the cold. So I'll go Rams.
Yeah, okay. I'll go Bears with this one.
Whoa.
The reason being is because Chicago has yet to still play their best football yet. They should have lost last week. We should be talking about the Rams and the Packers, but we're
Yeah.
talking about the Rams and the Bears because the Packers made some crucial mistakes that gave the Bears the chance to go down and score. And they kept making mistake after mistake after mistake. The play calling was just it was too conservative in a game like that.
Mhm.
So I feel like the Bears have looked at those and the Bears have looked at what they did on film. I feel like they're gonna come ready to play. The defense has been great. I don't think they're gonna stop Puka Nacua at all. I don't think anybody can.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna stop Matt Stafford from making the throws that he needs to throw. I haven't seen nobody do that yet. But you know, I feel like they're gonna come play their best football. And it's gonna come down to the wire.
Okay.
This one's gonna be an underrated. This one's gonna be an underrated game.
Yeah. So the only game where we all agreed was Seattle.
Yeah,
Besides that, we all had different opinions. That's
yeah.
interesting.
49ers are going to win then.
Nah, I still like Seattle. I'm still
Nah,
standing
nah.
with my pick.
Just a take quake though.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, this is your segment.
All right.
My favorite segment of the week. X, we'll just be listening. Bob, give us your top 8 teams. Remain
Power rankings.
rankings.
Divisional round power rankings. All right, we're gonna start for number 8. I have kind of a shocker. I really wanted to put the number 1 seed Broncos as my number 8 team, but I don't. I have the Bears as my number 8 team. Think they're somewhat fortunate to be in here. Packers really had to close that game out. They didn't. Bears have a miracle comeback. They're my number 8 team. I think they're going to probably lose this week, but we'll move on. Number 7, I have the Broncos. They were my number 10 team last week. Up to number 7, kind of based on virtue of a bunch of teams getting eliminated. Gonna be tough for the Bills to travel up to Denver. Uh, like I said, frauds. I'll keep reiterating that. Maybe they'll win the Super Bowl and I'll look like an idiot for talking about them being frauds for 3 months. We'll see. Number 6, I have the 49ers. Most injured team in football. I I think their coach is great. I think their offense is great. Their defense is going to be what lets them down. Number 5, I have the Texans. Defense is ferocious. Game of the week is going to be them against the Patriots. We'll see if they can keep running the ball. I think Woody Marks finally had his first 100-yard rushing game. They're going to have to do that again. They want to beat the Patriots. Number 4, I have the Patriots. Uh, would a win. Um, they really stomped the Chargers out. I don't know what the Chargers were doing that game. They Justin Herbert kept trying to run the ball instead of throwing it. Uh, Number 3, I have the Seahawks. It's going to be them and the Rams, I think, in the NFC Championship game. Their defense is stout. They can run the ball. They have JSN. They're a good team. Number 2, I have the Bills. Josh Allen, what a performance! We didn't really get to talk about it in our predictions, but some of the throws he was making in that game was ridiculous. I think he's the best quarterback left. I have them as my number 2 team, and my number 1 team for like 10 weeks straight. I have the Rams. They're my Super Bowl pick. Good defense, good offense, Hall of Fame quarterback. And that's my power rankings.
Do you have a
Sped
few,
through.
do you have a future on the Rams?
I don't. I should.
Yeah, in your pick for like three months.
Yeah.
If they lose this week, it's gonna be funny.
I've been
Um,
waiting for him to lose for me to shut up about him.
yeah. One final thing before we go into our worst takes, best takes. This is a Jet and Giant podcast. That's the name is Giant and the Jet. Just as I want to get your thoughts before we do our last segment. Harbaugh is in the building today. Where do you guys think John Harbaugh goes?
Hmm.
Where do you think he's going to go, and where should he go?
I think he's gonna go to the Giants.
Yeah, I think he's going to the Giants. Either the Giants or the Steelers.
That'd
Yeah,
be crazy if the
that'd be weird.
Steelers did that.
That'd be
You think
weird.
so? Ah, yeah. Yeah, that would be crazy. I mean, they already got Patrick Queen from over there.
That's true. They do like to trade players and stuff, but I just feel like you just had that longtime coach. He's like the CEO type, and then you bring in the Harbaugh, who's like kind of a similar build, where he's not like an X's and O's guy. He's like a program builder. So I don't know.
I
What do
just,
you think, Mike?
I mean, I just hope to God we do. I mean, what do you want, right? Like, do you want whatever? We're the New York Giants. We have more money than everyone. Like, whatever team offers you money, we'll double it. Do you want to fire our GM? Fire him. Do you want to get rid of our entire scouting department, which is all like family, which is insane? I'm not Bob. I'm actually being like calm. Next week when X isn't here, I'm gonna like rip apart the Giants because the scouting department is just it's fucking crazy. It's all Mara's. It's all family. Director of personnel is Amara. Like, no wonder we're so horrible, but whatever. You do everything physically possible you do to go get Harbaugh. There's no chance in hell he's not a Miami guy. He's not a Falcons guy. He's a Northeast guy. I already went into it. We have the quarterback. We have everything. If you need to fire a GM, you need to fire some scouts, you need to fire some family members, you fire everyone. You go get that guy. So I'm hoping to God he was in the building. He did an interview today. We sent a private jet to go get him. All right, just go get him.
What are the other options? Who doesn't have a coach? The Browns, the Steelers,
There's a lot. There's like nine.
Giants,
There's like nine teams. There's a lot.
Cardinals,
Cardinals, Titans. It's a lot of
the
teams.
Raiders.
Raiders with the number one pick. Like there are a lot of teams. I mean, is there ever a year or nine head coaching vacancies? That's one third of the league.
That's crazy.
Almost.
That's insane.
Nah, facts. That is crazy. A lot of coaches don't got no job this year.
I'm my only fear with Harbaugh, and there's only one team I think he'd go to over the Giants, and that's if the Bills lose early and they fire that coach and they bring in Harbaugh. I think
I don't think they'll fire Sean McDermott.
I don't know, but if he does, the Bills with Josh Allen are just such a better option. You've Josh Allen, so that's my only team that I'm afraid of.
If they would have lost this past week, I think it would have happened. But they win a playoff game. Like I don't know. It's hard for me to see them fire McDermott now.
Yeah,
He's won a playoff game, I think, 7 straight years.
Yeah,
You got to make a change. You got to do something.
the
If
true,
Yankees way.
if you don't make the Super Bowl this year, the Bills, I mean, I would have fired this guy 3 years ago. He can't beat the Chiefs. Um,
true. He can't, no matter what he do.
They're not in the way this year. This is the year. I actually live up in Buffalo, X.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Ah, that's what's up.
I'm not a Bills fan, but I follow along. My girlfriend's a huge Bills fan, so
That's crazy. You've lived in Buffalo, New York, and you're not a Bills fan.
well, he's from Long Island.
Everybody love the Bills up there.
yeah, it's crazy. Everywhere you go, you see Bills, everything.
I'm already knowing.
License plate holders, sweatshirts, jerseys, you name it. You go to the super grocery store, there's people all over in Bill stuff.
Yeah, I'm already knowing.
All right, guys. Last segment. I feel like that flew by, but we are 45 minutes in. Uh,
Dang.
yeah. So we,
That bit flew. I thought it was just like 30 minutes or 20.
oh, look at the time. Uh, So we do this thing where we call last worst take of the week, best take of the week, and then last minute shout out. I'll go first, X. So you kind of get the gist of like how it goes. So my worst take of the week was the Eagles. I really thought the Eagles were going to win. I thought the 49ers were banged up. We do a fantasy playoff thing where I picked all Eagles players. Nick and my brother Nick was like really against me. He was like, no, it's the 49ers all the way. I thought Jalen Hurts was an elite quarterback who was going to will his team to win. I thought everyone was healthy. Like all the stars were healthy. I just thought Eagles, Eagles, Eagles. Honestly, I thought the Eagles were going to go back to the Super Bowl. Um, so that is by far my worst take of the week, Eagles. So but side note, we'll talk about this next week too. I think they go get the Giants head coach. I think they go
Yeah.
get him to be their OC next year, and then they go back to the Super Bowl, and then the Giants are even looking stupider. But for next week, Bob,
My worst take is the Bears. I said their turnover luck and end of game luck would run out. They didn't force any turnovers, but they had late game heroics, and that just seems like a theme of their season. Unlikely 18-point comeback. Uh, I mean, I didn't place a bet on the game or anything. I probably would have bet the Packers, and I would have felt confident about it about halfway through the game, and just completely flipped on its head. And good for the Bears, good for their fans. That was something else. I was wrong.
X, any bad takes?
Uh, my 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 worst take of the week was most definitely the Rams. I thought the Panthers was gonna like beat the Rams for some reason. Like I just thought the Rams didn't have enough. And they honestly should have lost. But you know, Matt Stafford being who Matt Stafford is, I was wrong.
Okay. Uh, best take of the week. Let me write this. Rams. Best take of the week. I kind of have two, so I'm cheating a little bit, and I'm gonna just say two. The Bears. I thought they were gonna win. Bob, who was our guest last week?
Padron.
Drum. So Padron said Packers, and I just was like, I don't know. I thought Bears. Was it a miracle win? Yeah, but I did think them. I really, really like this coach, and I love how that coach was like, "Fuck the Packers, we hate them." I'm like, yes, I love that. I'm not a Bears fan, but I wish we beat Dallas, and was like, "Fuck Dallas." I'm like, yes, I love when I love when a player or a coach has just as much passion as I do. And this coach looks like it. My other one was the Miami Hurricanes. I thought Miami was like, since the start of this playoff, I thought they were the best team. We'll see versus Indiana. X kind of destroyed my argument with real football talk. Um, but just making the national championship as a 10 seed, that I was right. So, Bob.
My best take of the week was my power rankings. I thought I did a pretty good job. So I had Panthers last, Steelers, Chargers, Green Bay. They're all eliminated. My four worst teams are all out, and then every team that I picked as a higher seed in the matchup won. So Bills were ahead of the Jaguars. They beat them. 49ers ahead of the Eagles beat them, etc. Um, felt good with that. 6 for 6, and I know it's not directly predicting the game, but power rankings felt pretty strong last week, so we'll see if it continues.
All right. X, what were you right about?
I was right about the 49ers.
Okay.
I was right about the 49ers. You know, I told like, and it was funny because like I was on a visit, and I was telling the coach like, yo, I feel like the 49ers are gonna win. Like, I don't see the Eagles defense like keeping up. Not even so much the Eagles defense, because when you get into like big games like the playoffs, it's now a chess match. I didn't think that the Eagles like I didn't think that the Eagles staff could match the 49ers when it came to offense and defense when it came to the X's and O's, because we know Kyle Shanahan has a history of winning these type of games with just with pure scheme.
Yep.
He doesn't need the best players on the field. He just wins with pure scheme. So I was right about that.
And Robert Saleh is coaching like a madman right now.
Hmm.
He might go to the Giants if you miss out on Harbaugh.
I mean, he was in New York. He was in New York once. I don't think he want to do that again.
That's true.
I'll pass.
His
Um,
press commercial,
Yeah,
whatever Colgate, whatever the hell it was.
yeah.
pass. Last minute shout out. This could be anything. So my last minute shout out goes to my younger brother. He passed the first leg. So it's a three-part exam. He passed the first leg of the CFA. It's a huge financial exam. If you pass that, I don't want to get into like numbers, but let's just say you are going to be living a really nice life if you can get a CFA. Basically, goes college degree, Series 7 CFA. It's kind of like getting a doctorate. It's going to take him 3 years, but the first year he passed. So we did go out last night and we celebrated. He had an interesting night in Dunedin. Uh, I won't continue, but yeah, he had an interesting night on a Tuesday night in Dunedin. Celebrated. So congrats, Pat.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Bob.
Is it like a CPA for like trading, like stocks, or is it? Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
that's
it's
what I thought. CFA, CPA is close.
So how that go in like a really brief thing is like there's brokers, stock brokers, like Wolf of Wall Street's a stock broker. But what they're doing is,
You're lagging.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, hello. Am I good?
Yeah, okay.
Basically, what a
Yep.
CFA is,
Yeah.
you're not trading the stock, you're asking for the stock for like clients. Like you're running the hedge fund. So like if I want Apple
Okay.
stock for my client, I would go to a broker and be like, go get me Apple stock at 20. And then the broker has to do what he has to do to make money. And then he's like, here's the stock. So he
Okay.
would run a hedge fund. He would run the portfolio.
That's
And
pretty sick.
yeah, it's a
Wolf
crazy.
of Wall Street type stuff.
Yeah. So that's what a CFO would do. So sorry, last minute shout out, Bob.
Similar vein actually. My sister, she's going back to college in Granada this week. Kind of nervous with its proximity to Venezuela, to be honest. But I don't know. I think it'll be fine. She only has 1 year left of actual schooling, and then she has a year of like on-site clinicals, being a vet, and then she'll officially be like a full-time veterinarian, um, which is sick. She's way smarter than me. Probably gonna be way more successful than me. So shout out Molly, um, animal doctor.
Well, my younger brother, he's way smarter than me. I could never pass this exam. So X,
I could
any
not be a vet.
yeah, veterinarian,
Um,
that animal in a pen.
I really just want to shout out like everybody that supported me like through this whole high school, college, like, and just supported me through my dreams for real. You know, I really appreciate everybody. If y'all hear this, I really appreciate y'all.
Okay. Yep. It's gonna be posted tomorrow, X, on YouTube, and then we make clips and we post it on our Instagram page. The Instagram page is literally Giant and the Jet. So if you don't
Okay, okay.
give us a follow,
I
Uh,
got you.
we're about an hour. This is kind of good timing, Bob. We're kind of getting this down, Bob. Like we're like getting like we're cutting like nice hours. When me and Bob first started this, we would do like 3.5 hours, and it was like crazy. Bob,
That's how I be though. That's how I be when
I
you
Just
know.
first start a
rambling on.
podcast. But once you get in the floor talking, it's smooth.
Yeah. Listen, X, thank you so much. If you're in Tampa, come to Friday's game. It's always a good vibe. Love to see you.
I got I got you. I'll let you know if I slide.
Okay. All right,
Nice
guys.
being you.
Nice meeting you, Bobby. I appreciate you.
Bye,
Take
guys.
care, guys.
All right, take care.